Welcome. This video is brought to you by My Shoe Covers, reusable and washable booties for residential contractors with a grip you can really count on. Starting your own HVAC business is, honestly, a pretty exciting step, but it definitely comes with a lot of decisions. One of the most important early decisions is figuring out who you should hire first. Making the right first hire can set your business up for long-term success, while the wrong hire can cost you time, money, and momentum. Before hiring anyone, it is really essential to slow down and assess your situation. Many new business owners end up hiring out of panic. They become overwhelmed by the workload, especially when jobs start piling up or administrative tasks start to fall behind. Hiring reactively just to relieve the pressure often leads to poor fits and high turnover. Instead, it's better to take a step back and evaluate where your time is actually going. Identify which tasks are taking up most of your day and which ones are preventing you from growing the business. In most HVAC startups, owners find themselves pulled in one of two directions. Either they're spending the majority of their time in the field doing installs and service calls, or they're buried in office work like invoicing, answering phones, and scheduling. The type of work that consumes your time will determine the type of employee you really need to hire first. If you're spending long days doing service calls, installations, or repairs, and you are turning down work because you physically cannot be in two places at once, then your first hire should be a field technician or helper. You do not necessarily need someone with full certifications or years of experience. Honestly, a motivated apprentice or mechanically inclined person can be a better long-term investment. You can train them to follow your processes, represent your brand, and grow with the company. The key traits to look for are reliability, a willingness to learn, and good communication skills with customers. Realistically, hiring a field helper will cost you between $17 to $22 an hour, depending on your region. For a full-time role, that translates to about $36,000 to $46,000 annually, not including payroll taxes and insurance. If you offer health benefits or bonuses, that cost rises. You'll also need to factor in the cost of tools, uniforms, safety gear, and possibly a company vehicle. For example, outfitting a new technician with basic hand tools, branded shirts, and a reliable work van could run you another $5,000 to $10,000 upfront. On the other hand, if you find yourself overwhelmed by administrative work, such as managing appointments, chasing payments, or staying on top of emails and permits, then your first hire should be office support. This could be a part-time administrative assistant or even a remote virtual assistant. A good office assistant can take over the daily tasks that keep you from focusing on growth, like answering calls, managing the schedule, sending invoices, and following up with customers. The right person in this role will give you back time and mental clarity, which are critical in the early stages of your business. Hiring a part-time in-house admin might cost you $18 to $25 an hour, or around $20,000 to $30,000 per year for a part-time schedule. If you choose to go with a virtual assistant, especially one based outside the United States, you might only pay $8 to $15 an hour, depending on their skill level and availability. Many HVAC contractors also use industry-specific platforms like ServiceTitan or Jobber, which can be managed by remote assistants familiar with HVAC scheduling software. Whether you are hiring in the field or in the office, it is important to follow a simple but structured process. Write a clear job description that outlines responsibilities and expectations. Conduct a phone screen to filter out unqualified candidates. Then meet with promising applicants to assess their attitude, reliability, and communication style. Ask scenario-based questions to see how they might handle real-world challenges. Lastly, take the time to call at least one reference. A good reference check can give you peace of mind and help you avoid a costly mistake. Beyond wages, do not forget the hidden costs of hiring. You will need workers' compensation insurance, which in the HVAC industry typically runs between $1.50 to $4 per $100 of payroll, depending on your state and claims history. You may also be required to contribute to unemployment insurance and match Social Security and Medicare taxes. Payroll software and professional liability insurance are additional costs many owners overlook when budgeting for their first hire. When it comes to compensation, you really need to be prepared to pay competitively. The HVAC industry honestly is facing a labor shortage in many areas, and good people are just not cheap. Offering fair pay, opportunities for growth, and a positive work environment will help you attract and keep strong team members. For example, offering a $500 tool allowance or a structured path to earn certifications can help you stand out from other employers. In summary, the best person to hire first for your HVAC business totally depends on your biggest bottleneck. If your time is stretched thin in the field, hire a technician or helper to expand your capacity. If your productivity is being held back by office tasks, bring in someone to handle the administrative load. Whichever path you choose, hire intentionally, train thoroughly, and build a foundation that will support your business as it grows. Making your first hire is a big step, but with careful planning and realistic budgeting, it can be one of the best moves you make for your company's future. Start small, hire smart, and don't forget to invest in people who believe in your vision. On behalf of the My Shoe Covers team, thank you for exploring this guide. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Also, check out our other videos where we provide valuable tips to help you grow your HVAC contractor business.